नमस्ते Taj Mahal. मेरा नाम टीना है. आप कैसे हो? Please don't ask what happened to my hair because there's many issues to this. So today I would like to make a video which is new to me, which is different content on my YouTube. So many people ask me how it's like to be half Indian, half Japanese living in Japan. So I would like to share of my life stories that I've experienced. So as you can see, I'm half Indian, half Japanese. My name is Tina Berlia. My dad is from Mumbai, my mom's from Osaka, and I was born and raised in Japan, and I'm 27 years old. I would like to tell how my dad and mom met for the first time. So my dad came to Japan from India when he was 25 because he wanted to own an Indian restaurant in Japan. So he was successful. Now he owns an Indian restaurant called Banjara, but before he used to own another Indian restaurant. Then my mom went to eat Indian food because at that time it was not that common to have Indian food in Japan. So my mom went with my grandma to eat. Then ta-da, they fell in love. So then I was born, but during that time it was really controversial to have an international relationship, so I think they struggled a lot. But after I was born, my grandparents they totally forgot about the issues and they were really happy. So I was born and I'm really close to my grandparents and I still am close to them. So being born in Japan, it was pretty, of course I was a child so I didn't know, but hearing my mom's story, they were discussing how I should be raised up because I'm tanned, I look different, my name is different. Usually when you're mixed, when you're half, you have a Japanese name or Japanese last name, but Tina Barlia is completely fully Indian name, so my mom was worried if I would be able to survive. Because when I go to school, people might mention why my name is different, why I look different, and plus, I look different. So my mom wanted me to experience Japanese culture because she was brought up in Japanese culture, but my dad wanted me to be in international school because he thought there would be no bully or I would be comfortable in the school. But the final decision was to make me go to international school until the middle and then go to middle school and then go to Japanese school after. So for kindergarten until 4th grade, which is about 10 years old, I went to an international school and I made a lot of friends. They're still my friends, and if you're watching, you know who. And for after international school, I went to a Japanese school and I met a lot of friends there too, and they're all still my friends. And so the difference between international school and Japanese school is that international school, it's really free. Like you can wear anything, you can do anything to your hair, you can say your opinion anytime, you're really close to teachers. But Japanese school, I feel like there's a lot of rules and you have to follow them. But it was good in both ways. Like I enjoyed both schools. And so half Indian, there were many events such as graduation or coming age ceremony and stuff, but I wore sari most of the time, and just for coming age I wore kimono, so I will put the pictures here. And so after school, after my studying era, I wanted to work in my dad's Indian restaurant to experience how it's like to serve Indian food in Japan. So I was a waitress for 4 years with my uncle. I'll put the pictures here. It's the same picture when I was small. And so I was working with him for 4 years and I learned many Hindi. And I learned about many Indian dishes and I got to talk to a lot of Indian people when I was working there. So it was a really good experience. And from then I think I got interested in Indian culture a lot more. And so after I went to India with my parents to see my grandparents, because my Japanese grandparents are here in Japan, of course, close to me, but my Indian grandparents are far in India, so I wanted to see them. And they were really kind. They treated me like we don't live far. And so I went to Mumbai. Yes, I only went to Mumbai in India, but I went to Mumbai and they made me delicious Indian dish. They took care of my mom too, and so we went walking in the morning to a park, drank coconut juice, and we attended a wedding. And we didn't even know whose wedding it was, but it was really fun. There were a lot of different activities in Japan. So I wore the Indian traditional turban as well with my dad. And so yes, when I go to India, I see my cousins too. And my Indian cousins live in India and England. So I can't often go see them, but I do keep in touch with them. I love them. And so those are like my half Indian, like being Indian, being Japanese. I'm trying to keep up with being with them, like keeping in contact with them, because keeping in contact with them. And after graduating university, so I was working in my dad's restaurant when I was in university. So after graduating, I got into a travel agent job. So I was booking ticket and booking flights for customers. Then I thought, like, even I'm half Indian, half Japanese, I've never got out of Japan. Like, I've been studying here, working here my whole life. So I wanted to move to Australia to work and experience. So I went there for 1 year, and I've never seen Indian that much in my life. So there were a lot of Indian in Australia, but it was a really good experience. And yes, so I came back. It was COVID, so I had to change job, and then I got into Decathlon, the sports company, as you all know, I think, because it's really famous in India. So now I'm currently working in Decathlon, and after working in Decathlon, I met Pandey. Yes, as you all know. So like I'm starting to learn a lot more Indian culture. Like Ajay's friends are inviting me to Diwali and all those events, and I never got to experience those stuff in Japan, so it's really fun. And I'm trying to learn Hindi to talk to Ajay. Yes, so I want to, embrace my Indian side after 27 years. So please support me. Please support my YouTube channel. Please support Ajay's YouTube channel. And if you have any more further questions, please ask on the comment. I would answer in the next video. Thank you.